Hello, guys. Good evening. Hope we are all doing well, and I hope you have subscribed to this channel. What is cancellation? In this episode or tutorial, we are learning or will know much about what cancellation on boat is. Cancellation can be done either by driver or by passenger or the rider. And some instances too, network can also cause a trip to be cancelled. So in cancellation, as I said earlier on, it can be done by a rider or a passenger. Also, it can also be done by a driver, and in some instances where the network is misbehaving, it can also be done or led by the network. So in this tutorial, we are just coming to learn or know what cancellation is on both and what it affects. So we head towards the boat drivers app first. You see, order cancel. The passenger has cancelled the order. As I said, a passenger can also cancel an order. And instances is this, whereby after requesting for a ride, the passenger what cancelled it. So let's go through some trip and see. You see, when you get or you got a ride, a passenger can cancel the ride. This is just an example. The first one, passenger cancelled. That means the driver either was moving towards the passenger and he or she cancelled it, or the driver wasn't moving and the passenger cancelled it. It can depend on many things. Passenger didn't show. In instances whereby a driver gets requests, move towards or goes to the passenger's pickup point, reaches there for some few minutes, the passenger isn't coming, the driver can also cancel it. We also have decline, whereby the network is misbehaving or you don't cancel the request that is coming in. So let's get to the driver's score. I have a video about driver's score which you can check and know more about driver's score. But cancellation also affects driver's score, because driver's score will start with 100% and gradually be replaced with your cancellation rate. So when a passenger cancel ride, it will also show bad behavior also consists of the cancellation. So let's go to acceptance rate and see how cancellation is being done or is being calculated based on your last 100 trips. So current week Monday, out of 22, 16 was picked. 16 individual was picked and 6 was cancelled either by driver or a passenger. And on Tuesday, which is today, out of 31 rides that we got, 23 passengers were picked and 8 was what? Cancelled. 8 was cancelled. So the past 3 months, which is June, July, out of 54 trips, 14 was cancelled. So when you come to the cancel, this is where it will be breakdown for you to know what actually caused your cancellation, and it will be calculated based on percentage. Reason for past 14 cancelled ride. There is a new account, so the driver hasn't picked a lot of people. That is why it been shown. Because when you check the past 3 months, the account was opened in July, and the driver has only picked 40 passengers, and out of that 40, 14 was cancelled. You see, so the 14 that was cancelled, these are the reason why that 14 trips was cancelled. You cancelled. When they said you cancel, it means the driver has cancelled, right? So in these instances, the driver hasn't cancelled any trip. That's why it's 0%. So assuming the driver has picked more than that 14 people, it will be shown over there or written for the past 100 trips, because both uses the last 100 trips to calculate anything on the platform. You didn't accept 0%. This is what I was talking about the declining. So if you don't accept any trip, it comes there. And if in case you accepted and cancelled immediately without getting to the passenger's destination pickup point before cancelling, it will also show. Client cancelled 57%. So it will be based on your ride history. Clients didn't show. This is whereby you got to the pickup point and the passenger chose not to not to not to come and join the car. And in instances, both advises us to wait for 5 minutes. After the waiting time, you wait for 5 minutes before, if the passenger or the rider didn't show up, or in case his or her phone isn't going through, before you cancel the trip. Pro trip tips. Some tips that can help you maintain a good cancellation rate. Call before you cancel. Calling a passenger is very important and useful, because sometimes if you call them, the map might be lying or may deceive you. So when you call them, then they will direct you. Your client might be waiting for you around the corner. So when you call, they will actually show you where they are. Drive straight to the pick point. After accepting a ride, take the fastest route to the pick